สวัสดีค่ะสวัสดีแขกผู้มีเกียรติทุกท่านต้อนรับทุกท่านเข้าสู่กิจกรรมวันที่ 2 ของงาน SX Sustainability Expo 2024 และณขณะนี้เราอยู่กันที่บริเวณเวที Talk Stage ค่ะพบกับดิฉันวันนี้หลุยลักษมีรับหน้าที่เป็นพิธีกรดำเนินรายการงานในครั้งนี้ทุกท่านคะสำหรับกิจกรรมในปีนี้เราได้ก้าวมาสู่เป็นปีที่ 5 ของการจัดงานค่ะและนี่คืองานมหกรรมด้านความยั่งยืนที่ใหญ่ที่สุดในโซนภูมิภาคเอเชียและนี่นะคะคืออีกหนึ่งโซนค่ะที่เราอยากจะให้ทุกท่านได้มาร่วมเป็นส่วนหนึ่งกับกิจกรรมต่างๆภายในงานและนอกจากนี้นะคะเรายังมีกับอีกหลากหลายโซนที่รอให้ทุกท่านได้ไปร่วมกันได้รับความรู้เกี่ยวกับความยั่งยืนความ sustainable จากองค์กรภาคีเครือข่ายทุกๆภาคส่วนทั้งในประเทศไทยและในระดับนานาชาติค่ะวันนี้นะคะเรามีมากมายหลากหลายโซนอาทิเช่นกับโซน SX Food Festival SX Kids Zone SX Market Pass SX Idea Lab SX Department Store SX Talk โซนนิทรรศการมัลติมีเดียที่ชั้นจีบริเวณด้านหน้าและโซนสัมมนาที่บริเวณด้านบนชั้น 2 ค่ะทุกท่านคะกับกิจกรรมในปีนี้เราได้ก้าวมาสู่เป็นปีที่ 5 ของการจัดงานแล้วค่ะและแน่นอนว่าวันนี้กับความร่วมมือกันในทุกๆภาคส่วนจากองค์กรภาคีเครือข่ายในระดับ global ระดับ international ค่ะได้นำเอาองค์ความรู้อย่างถูกต้องและถูกวิธีด้านการที่จะดำรงไว้เพื่อความยั่งยืนเพื่อที่จะสร้างสมดุลให้ดีมากยิ่งขึ้นกว่าเดิมเช่นเดียวกับธีมของงานในครั้งนี้ค่ะ Good Balance Better World ซึ่งคุณสามารถที่จะทำให้โลกของเราดีมากยิ่งขึ้นกว่าเดิมได้เริ่มได้ด้วยที่ตัวคุณเองสำหรับในทุกๆโซนนะคะเราได้มีการรวบรวมกับองค์ความรู้เพื่อที่จะให้ความรู้อย่างถูกต้องและถูกวิธีซึ่งสามารถที่จะให้ทุกๆคนในครอบครัวในทุกช่วงอายุวัยค่ะสามารถที่จะได้เรียนรู้จากประสบการณ์จากองค์กรในหลากหลายประเภทซึ่งกิจกรรมในครั้งนี้นะคะจัดกันขึ้นค่ะตั้งแต่วันนี้จนถึงวันที่ 6 ตุลาคม 10 วันเต็มๆที่เราอยากจะอัดแน่นทั้งความรู้และองค์ความรู้ดีๆให้กับประชาชนคนไทยทุกๆภาคส่วนได้มีความรู้ความเข้าใจอย่างถูกต้องและถูกวิธีกันมากยิ่งขึ้นนะคะสำหรับในช่วงนี้ค่ะทุกท่านคะก่อนที่เราจะเริ่มกับกิจกรรมไฮไลท์ที่บริเวณเวที Talk Stage ซึ่งวันนี้ตลอดทั้งวันในแต่ละวันค่ะก็จะมีกับตารางรายละเอียดข้อมูลข่าวสารกิจกรรมต่างๆที่หมุนเวียนผลัดเปลี่ยนกันไปไม่ซ้ำกันในแต่ละวันและวันนี้ค่ะก็จะมีกับกิจกรรมไฮไลท์ที่จะเกิดขึ้นด้านบนเวทีอาทิเช่น Crafting the Menu Shaping Our World รังสรรค์จานรังสรรค์โลกในช่วงเวลาอีกสักครู่หนึ่งค่ะและเรื่องราวของคนตัวเล็กสู่อาชีพตลาดความยั่งยืนในตลาดชุนไทยรวมทั้งกับกิจกรรมไฮไลท์ต่างๆที่จะเกิดขึ้นอย่างมากมายด้านบนเวที Talk Stage แห่งนี้นะคะขออนุญาตย้ำประชาสัมพันธ์ค่ะว่าทางงาน SX Sustainability Expo 2024 เรามีเป็นแอปพลิเคชันอยากจะให้ทุกท่านนะคะได้ทำการดาวน์โหลดเพื่อที่จะได้ไม่พลาดทุกข้อมูลข่าวสารและทุกๆความเคลื่อนไหวค่ะสามารถ search ได้ที่ Play Store หรือว่า App Store โดย search คำว่า SX Application สำหรับในทุกๆการเช็คอินในแต่ละโซนในแต่ละจุดหรือกิจกรรมณบริเวณเวที Talk Stage ค่ะหลังจากที่เสร็จสิ้นในแต่ละกิจกรรมเราจะมีเป็น QR Code เพื่อที่จะให้ทุกท่านได้สแกนเพื่อที่จะสะสมคะแนนและคะแนนค่ะสามารถที่จะเก็บรวบรวมวันต่อวันและในช่วงท้ายของวันสามารถนำไปแลกรับเป็นของที่ระลึกจากทางงาน SX Sustainability Expo 2024 ได้นะคะสำหรับกิจกรรมค่ะภายด้านในแอปพลิเคชันเราก็จะมีการถ่ายทอดสดด้วยอาทิกับในโซน SX Grand Plenary และที่บริเวณเวที Talk Stage แห่งนี้ค่ะแล้วก็ยังมีกับกิจกรรมไฮไลท์ต่างๆที่ไม่อยากจะให้คุณพลาดในทุกๆโซนสามารถรวบรวมข้อมูลข่าวสารและกิจกรรมต่างๆไว้ผ่านทางแอปพลิเคชันของ SX Application และอีกหนึ่งสิ่งค่ะที่อยากจะแนะนำทุกท่านค่ะผ่านทางในช่องทาง Facebook Fanpage คุณสามารถที่จะไปกดติดตามกันได้เพื่อที่จะได้ไม่พลาดทุกๆกิจกรรมและทุกๆข้อมูลข่าวสารความเคลื่อนไหวจากทางแฟนเพจ Facebook ของ SX Sustainability Expo 2024 ค่ะทุกท่านคะกิจกรรมในวันนี้เรายังมีอีกหนึ่งความพิเศษที่มีเฉพาะวันนี้วันเดียวเท่านั้นค่ะกับกิจกรรมที่เราจะเกิดขึ้นในช่วงเวลาประมาณ 19 นาฬิกาจนถึงช่วงเวลาประมาณ 22 นาฬิกากับคอนเสิร์ตพลังน้ำใจไทย Power of Thai รวมน้ำใจปีที่ 12 ซึ่งวันนี้จะเป็นการรวบรวมกับศิลปินชื่อดังต่างๆในเมืองไทยค่ะมารวบรวมการจัดกิจกรรมคอนเสิร์ตในครั้ง รั้งนี้เพื่อที่จะได้เป็นส่วนหนึ่งในการหารายได้ที่จะไปสนับสนุนและช่วยเหลือกับคนไทยที่กำลังประสบอุทกภัยอยู่ที่ภาคเหนือณขณะนี้ย้ำนะคะสามารถไปร่วมกับกิจกรรมได้วันนี้วันเดียวเท่านั้นค่ะที่บริเวณโซน Pantry Hall ค่ะ Right now, distinguished guests, we would like to welcome for you back right here. This is our second day of SX Sustainability Expo 2024. And today, I am Louis Lakshmi. This is my honor to be here to serve you as MC. Right now, with the first of all, we would like to say thank you for all of you that who are coming to join in this event activity. And you can make a better world by yourself. You can make a better you for your right here together. And so for this event activity that we would like to invite and inform to all of you, we have the special application. You can search and you can download for free from Play Store and App Store with SX application. Because when you explore with any area zone, such as with the SX Food Festival, SX Kids Zone, SX Marketplace, SX Idea Lab, SX Department Store, and also with the SX Talk on the message right here. So right here, that for another, that we also have the many area, such as for the exhibition area with the multimedia on the G4 in front of the hall and on the upstairs with the seminar room on the second floor. When you explore around and after with our event activity finished ready, that we have the QR code, you should to scan up the QR code to collect the point for your application day by day. And when you finish day ready, when you finish for the collected point already, you can redeem it as a souvenir from SX Sustainability Expo 2024. Remind from you once again, so please do not hesitate to scan up and download from our application with SX application from your device. And so for another way that I should to recommend that you should to click like and follow us, can get for more with special news and special opportunity from our fan page Facebook with SX Sustainability Expo 2024 fan page Facebook. Right now, distinguished guests, we hope all of you have a present day right here and you can make a better world, get balance for your right here together. เอาละค่ะทุกท่านคะสำหรับกิจกรรมในช่วงนี้ค่ะณบริเวณเวที Talk Stage ซึ่งเราจะเริ่มต้นกับในหัวข้อที่น่าสนใจในหัวข้อนี้ค่ะ Crafting the menu saving our world รังสรรค์จานรังสรรค์โลกในช่วงเวลาที่เรากำลังจะเกิดขึ้นอีกสักครู่หนึ่งทุกท่านค่ะที่อยู่ณบริเวณนี้ค่ะโซนด้านหน้าสามารถที่จะมานั่งจับจองพื้นที่กันได้และในวันนี้เพื่อความยั่งยืนกันมากยิ่งขึ้นกับตัววัสดุที่เราใช้ในการประกอบเป็นเก้าอี้ก็เป็นกระดาษรีไซเคิลด้วยนะคะเพราะฉะนั้นแล้วค่ะวันนี้กับในหัวข้อนี้ที่เราจะมารังสรรค์จานสร้างสรรค์โลกอย่างไรได้กับในเมนูอาหารวันนี้ค่ะเราจะเริ่มต้นตั้งแต่กระบวนการเพาะปลูกกระบวนการที่เราจะค้นหาวัตถุดิบและแหล่งเพาะปลูกวัตถุดิบต่างๆและที่สำคัญค่ะเราจะมีการเพิ่มมูลค่าของเมนูอาหารให้ยั่งยืนได้อย่างไรบ้างในหัวข้อนี้นะคะอยากจะให้ทุกท่านค่ะที่อยากจะเป็นส่วนหนึ่งในการที่จะช่วยพัฒนากระตุ้นผลักดันและสนับสนุนให้กับไทยเวิลด์หรือว่าไทยคิทเช่นนะคะได้เป็นที่รู้จักแล้วก็ได้นำกับไอเดียในการรังสรรค์เมนูต่างๆค่ะมาเสิร์ฟให้กับคนที่คุณรักหรือเพื่อที่จะเริ่มเป็นส่วนหนึ่งเริ่มต้นค่ะในการที่จะรับประทานอาหารอย่างไรให้ยั่งยืนเพื่อโลกของเราในวันนี้นะคะเราได้รับเกียรติจากทั้ง3ท่านค่ะที่จะมาเจาะลึกและบรรยายในหัวข้อนี้และย้ำกันด้วยว่าในช่วงท้ายของการบรรยายค่ะเรามีกับตัว QR code ให้กับทุกท่านสามารถที่จะสแกน QR code เพื่อที่จะสะสมคะแนนกันได้ด้วยนะคะ Right now, distinguished guests, so with the first of all, we would like to start with our first topic for today at the talk session right here. Today, that we let's talk about the topic of crafting the menu serving our world and how to sustain from your food, how to sustain from you. Right now, from this topic, we got it only from our 3 speakers that who are coming up to give you about the deep down detail. Right now, distinguished guests, if all of you ready, so we would like to invite with our first speaker, one. Right now, distinguished guests, if all of you ready, so please give a round of applause for welcome with our first speaker, Chef Rick Ringer from Champao Restaurant, a Michelin Guide Story winner of the Michelin Guide Thailand 2024. สวัสดีค่ะ Up next, distinguished guests, so please give a round of applause for welcome Mr. Arus Nawarat from President of Thai Organic Consumer Association or TOGA สวัสดีค่ะ And so for the last one please give a round of applause for welcome Mr. ปิยะภูมิศรีช่าง Marketing Director from Thailand B2B Michelin และในช่วงนี้ค่ะกับการรังสรรค์จานเพื่อโลกที่ยั่งยืนจะเริ่มต้นได้อย่างไรบ้างวันนี้ทั้ง3ท่านพร้อมเป็นที่เรียบร้อยแล้วค่ะขออนุญาตส่งต่อและยกเวทีนี้ให้กับทั้ง3ท่านขอเสียงปรบมือดังอีก1ครั้งให้กับทั้ง3ท่านค่ะ
Hi everyone. Very good morning to everyone here and also those walking down the hall. If you would like to join us, it's a time for you to join us. So this session right here, crafting the menu, saving our world. Before we talk to the two panelists, I would like to set the expectation a little bit clear. We have with us here today a Michelin star chef and also an entrepreneur, a business founder, and myself. I work in a tire business, far from culinary, but I volunteer to be on stage to talk to the chef and to the business owner here. At the end of the session, you'll be able to see how we actually can shape our world from our starting point. If we talk a little bit theory here, in Maslow triangle of needs, at the very bottom of Maslow theory of needs, there are shelter, there are sleep, breathing, clothes, and one of them is also food. Everybody in the world could be considered as a foodie, if I would say, because they need to eat either just for survival, for art, or for pleasure. So today we're going to get a lot of information, hopefully, from the chef and from the business owner. With me right here, Chef Rick, a 2-year consecutive Michelin star chef from Jampar, and Kun Arus Nawarat, founder and now the president of the Thai Organic Consumer Association. Let's start the first question then. How can a chef actually can play a more important role in moving our society towards sustainability?
I think for me it's very important to work very close to the suppliers, to the local farmers, to make them very happy environment at work. Don't try to push someone what you're really looking for. Me, I always say, I want that they grow what they love to grow. And for me, actually, I cook what they grow. I think I always say to everyone, this give us more happiness from both sides. And I believe they give me the best ingredients, the best taste out of their hands.
All right then. Actually, before we jump too far, could you introduce Jampa a little bit just for the audience?
Jampa is a restaurant that's focusing on sustainability, concept of live fire. Is we make our homemade charcoal at the farm. And we're also focusing on zero waste. We are located in Phuket. Our farm is 5 Rai. Then we go daily to our farm in the morning to get the harvest done. So we have mainly a lot of chickens. We only use it for the egg. We have a lot of herbs, flowers, vegetables. But also our farm is not big enough to supply to all our guests. We're also helping the local community around Thailand, from the north until the south. I think it's also part of my philosophy to supporting the local community all over Thailand.
I see. Thank you very much. Let's switch to Kun Arut right here. Could you please introduce yourself and also your roles and your association, please?
Yep. My name is Arut. I am the president of Thai Organic Consumer Association, which is TOCA, T-O-C-A, or Samakomผู้บริโภคอินทรีย์ไทย. I've been working with organic farmers while trying to convert organic farmers, from conventional to organic farmers for about 15 years now. My business is actually สวนสัมพราน and Patom Organic Living, which is about Patom Organic Living. We have a cafe in Thong Lo, and สวนสัมพราน is where I live, which is in Nakhon Pathom, about an hour away from here. Yeah. But then I feel that I've been working with farmers, so I understand farmers, and I'm from the hospitality side, so I understand hospitality. So what are we doing is we're trying to connect the two, like similar to Rick. I'm trying to connect Rick to farmers in Phuket or around Phuket. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah.
All right, very clear. Just stick to you for a little bit. You say you have cafe, you provide connection between the chef, the association with the farmers, right? How consumer awareness, how do you feel about the consumer awareness nowadays about sustainability?
I think after COVID, I feel that consumers are more concerned about health. And right now, I think with global boiling, consumers are more aware about food waste. I think we're looking at the food value chain really, not just looking at the food. You have to look at the food in a value chain or in a cyclical value chain. So I think consumers are more aware of that. But still, if people walking around here say, if you want to have an organic meal, where can you go? What's the next? So that's what I feel that the consumers, they want to know, where can I source organic? I have the money to buy it. And where is, where can I buy authentic organic? Because organic is an easy word. You can say organic, Yeah, so that's what the association is doing, is pointing consumers, restaurants to the authentic organic farmers.
I see.
Yeah.
How about you? Do you feel the same? Like the consumer awareness of sustainability nowadays is increasing or decreasing or remain the same compared to 5 years ago?
No, for me it's also totally increased than before. I see a lot of Jampa guests, they really want to learn more about how we grow things, how we get things like on the right way done. I feel like the guests, they really like to learn more about sustainability, organic produce, where we're sourcing the ingredients from. I think as Jampa is focusing on locally grown ingredients from around Thailand, I think we're all looking for the best organic suppliers, fishermen who work with the same philosophy as we're doing.
Yeah. All right then. Talking.
I just want to add, I think before consumers actually sourcing organic, what we want to actually tell consumers, or actually to get consumers to understand why organic is important. It's very clear organic is important for the health.
Yep.
But how many people here would really see that organic is actually low carbon, or organic is actually better for the society?
Yep.
It's like when you consume organic, you're actually empowering conventional farmers to switch from conventional to organic. How many consumers here know that there are only 300,000 or 500,000 organic farmers in the whole country out of 20 million?
Yep.
Only about 1 million rai of organic farmland as compared to 150 million rai. Less than 1% of our farmland is organic.
Correct.
So if you want to save the planet, you can change the way you eat. This is what we're trying to push. So actually, before actually pointing out where the organic is, I think you have consumers should understand the significance of actually eating organic. It's not just for your health. It's a lot more than that. Yeah.
And referring to what you just mentioned, like only 1% of our farmers here in Thailand actually do
about
rice.
3% of farmers in
Yep.
Thailand is organic. About 3%. About 500. There's no official numbers, but this is what because I work with a lot of organic farming groups in Thailand. But the official and the farmland is about only 1%, or about less than 1%. Only 1 million rai, and most of them is rice farmers.
Okay.
Yeah. So and we want to and when we talk about this. We're doing the sustainability event. You can do a lot with sustainability with power. It's easy to do. You just change. But with food, I think it's the most difficult one. Because it's your habit, and and converting the farmers from conventional to organic is actually changing farmers' habits. It's very difficult, but farmers are willing to change, but it's up to you guys. Like if are you willing to change your eating habits?
Oh,
Yeah.
very interesting. Farmers are willing to change.
Of course.
But it's
No-
up to the consumers as well. Whether you ask yourself whether you are willing to, I don't want to say this, but whether you are willing to pay a little bit more to support the farmers.
Yeah, I think it's pay. Are you willing to be an active consumer?
That's cool.
Yeah, because if you're an active consumer, like if you go to Champa, okay, you probably can't go to Champa every meal. Yeah, you probably break your bank account.
Yep.
Yeah, but you can start. Yeah. Okay, you can start actually connect to your local farmers, and that's what Toka is doing. Toka is trying to connect you guys, point out, because, I mean, like this very moment, okay, we have an organic market running at Sampran and Arrow Way.
Yep.
You buy directly from farmers, and it's organic, and, it costs less than going to the supermarket. So an active consumer would be willing to drive out.
I see.
Okay, maybe a bit of carbon footprint, yeah? But then you can source for your family. You can buy your grocery for 1 week.
Yep.
And we have about 500 people coming every week to our organic market right now, this very moment. Yeah, so there should be more. I mean, I'm saying these are the consumers who actually empower the farmers to switch from conventional to organic, and there should be more consumers like this all over the country.
I see. One question's always in my mind when you say about active consumer, always in my mind, and I believe it's in a lot of people's minds as well. Why organics are much more expensive compared to the traditional one? Is it positioning, marketing, or is it reflecting the real cost?
Middlemen.
Middleman.
Okay, if you go to the Sukjai market right now, you can buy organic guavas, which we are selling downstairs in the lower ground floor. Okay, organic guavas. You can buy that at 40 baht a kilo. The same guavas go to the top supermarket. I mean, well, not top. Okay, I should have said
Some
that.
supermarket.
Some supermarket. I said the high-end supermarkets in Thailand. Okay, the two of them, the same guavas from the same farmers, 100 baht a kilo.
2.5 times.
Yeah, because if you have the money, you pay for convenience. Okay, you go to Tops any day you like. But if you're an active consumer, okay, you want to save money, you go to the Sukjai market, you have once a week, you buy from farmers. So really, it's the middleman. It's a long value chain of food that makes it more expensive, and the scarcity.
Do you agree with that?
Yeah, for sure. I think also because a lot of more work behind the organic produce. As let's say 30% from our farm is not coming out of the soil. But, for me, I also care more about the flavor and texture and not about the shape. If you go non-organic, okay, will be beautiful shape, beautiful color, everything nice, like how the normal consumer want it.
Yeah.
But for me, I care more about organic, non-toxic. I think we care more about the flavor and the texture, and like we can make it by ourselves, like very unique cooking method to make it outstanding for our guests.
Okay. You, Kun Arut mentioned a couple times about Sukjai market, right? First question, what is Sukjai market? And is that a community initiated or initiated by some corporate?
Yeah, it's an organic market which we started 14 years ago, running every weekend in the front of Son Sampran, which is my property. So when I started working with the organic farmers, they weren't organic then, they were conventional farmers in Nakhon Patom about 14 years ago. I started buying from them, when I was still running my hotel.
Yep.
But buying from them is not enough, because when they grow, there's a lot of them. So started buying from one farmer, and then one farmer converted, another farmer converted. So we decided to have a market for them. They're not only selling to my hotel, but they come to sell to general consumers, on our parking lot. We had a parking lot, a very disused parking lot. So they were selling at the parking lot. So they could actually sell to me and sell to general consumers. And it's actually a showroom for them. It's actually like a platform for them to meet you guys, consumers, because before when they were, they were just relying on middlemen. They never actually met consumers.
Yep.
So it was very important that it's really a platform for farmers to learn from consumers and consumers to learn from farmers. And it's like a lot of them, they've never sold to consumers before. They were so shy. We actually told them that, okay, you can present, and they said, oh, my vegetable is not, I don't use chemicals anymore. It doesn't look nice. It doesn't look big. Do you think the consumers would buy from me? And it's like a life-changing, journey for them. And you know what's the most life-changing thing for farmers when they switch? Can any of you guys, if you actually answer me the right question, I will give you, we have you can go down to the Tala Suk Chai, and then you can tell them that, okay, from me, you can get free guava juice, organic guavas, okay? What's the most life-changing thing when a farmer switch from conventional to organic? Okay, not just use, I know, stop using chemicals. What's the most, Sorry?
What's that? Lower cost?
Lower cost? No. The most significant life-changing factor when a farmer switch from conventional to organic. Lower cost? Because they stop using chemicals. So now chemicals are very expensive because of the war in Ukraine. Okay, they save their production costs. That's not entirely correct, but anyway, you could go down and get free guava juice. Okay,
2 guava juice for you.
Yes, come on, we're here. What's yours?
I think like they're gonna be more happy.
Happy, yes,
Yeah,
they're definitely.
And proud of their product.
Okay, they're very proud, but they're happy. But happy why?
Because actually, they produce the products from organics, and all the people who consumes gonna get non-toxic or healthy food.
That's a very good point. All organic farmers are very proud of what they produce.
Correct.
Before, when they were using conventional, they said they had to do it because they had to survive, and they didn't even want to consume their own what they grew. They had to grow another plot for their own consumption. But no, that's still not correct. But you can have a guava juice as well. Please go down and then tell them you know or from Kuno. Okay. What else? Come on. Anyone can I give one more try, and then I'll tell you. It's a very important. This is what I want everyone to know here.
Maybe the packaging of the
Packaging? No. Okay, I'll tell you.
no juice.
It's the first time in their life they can name the price for their produce. Because before, it was always the middleman telling, okay, I'm going to give you 15 baht for your guava because there's a lot of guavas. And when there's not a lot of guavas, okay, I'll give you 20 baht, okay, but then they don't have a lot of guavas to sell. But when they switch to organic and they sell directly to consumers, they can name their price. Can you imagine you guys doing business? What's the point of doing business if you can't name the price for your menu? If there's always a customer telling you, okay, I'm going to pay for this, you go broke. And that's why all the farmers in Thailand are broke. That's why we have bad debt in our country. This is the point I always tell. This is, I knew this 3 years after I started working with them. And one farmer came up to me and said, I'm over 50 now. I've been a farmer all my life. No, she didn't go. She only went to school. She left school when she was 12 or something. For 40 years. This is the first time in my life I can name the price for my guavas. I almost dropped to the floor because how many consumers know this? This is why it's life-changing. You're actually letting the majority of the people in our country who can't name the price for their produce. What's the point? That's why they go broke. And then when they go broke, they sell their land. And when the farmers sell their land, that's it. Nothing to live on.
That's a clear point. I would like to summarize the key takeaway of this statement a little bit. it's the first time in their life that they can actually be proud of themselves because they can actually say how much I want for my products that I have been harvesting for 2 months, 3 months, or even a year. This is the first time in my life that I can actually name the price. And then back to Rick, do you name the price of your food at your restaurant?
Of course, yeah, we do. No, I think it's some guests, as we focus on jump a lot of on vegetables, right, from our own farm, or also from different farmers around Thailand.
Yeah.
And people think vegetables are cheap, right? But as we mentioned before, right, they have to mark up the price, right, to keep the farmers' head up. I think that for us, we really want to supporting local farmers. Because we go with them, and then we make something very unique out of the products that we get from the local farmers.
Understood.
And then we make it something like one of our sample dishes, like kind of the local beetroot that we're having. We're making a dish out of beetroot, but the guest who doesn't like beetroot, I can tell you this one, they love it.
I see.
It's one of our signatures already for 1 year. People come back for this dish. It's only on beetroot, but also the way how you cook it, how you create a dish, how you think to make it happen, like to be the best, take out from the vegetable to serve to our guests.
I see. From a Michelin Green Star chef perspective, let's talk a little bit about the quality of the products. Like when you do traditional or chemical farming, someone say you can actually control the quality of the product, the colors, the sweetness, the sourness. But when you go organic, even for the chicken, you cannot control how many eggs they're gonna lay in a day, right? Do you feel that the quality comparing traditional and organic are the same or different, or which one is harder to control?
No, it's really totally different. Like the organic farmers, they really, I think, for me also as jumper, we're working with a lot of farmers again, right? But for our menu is based on seasonal products. We can change the menu daily or weekly, whatever our farmers can supply us. Because when I'm looking for the new ingredients, I want to see the farmers face to face, see what they're growing, see how they grow it, see what kind of material they're using, the same as we doing at our farm. And if we feel like kind of relationship with the fishermen or with the local farmers, then I'm really happy to supporting them, to work together. And to be honest, I call my farmers, fishermen, 2 times a week to what they catch, what they have meet today or next week or what coming up, or like I think it's very important to also to build a kind of relationship with the local farmers to give you the best ingredients that they grow. Yeah.
I used to read one stats, the research, global research. They say that consumers, when we talk about sustainability, consumers in some countries are much more willing to pay for the premium of the sustainability products comparing to other countries. Let me give you an example. Like in Spain or in some Southern Europe countries, they're willing to pay like 20 to 25% more compared to the traditional products, which is not green. But in Asian countries, they probably want to pay 7 to 9% more. So with the price difference and the difference in willingness to pay, how do you convince the consumer to actually expand the willingness to pay for the organic or the sustainable products? Start with you and then Kun Arut.
I think first order, they have to know where they gonna go for the experience.
Oh yeah.
And for us, we're not selling like a dish or a menu. We're selling a jumper. We serve our guests the full experience. It's including a farm tour, including the full set arrival, and until when they go back home. We can also teach them how we grow things at our farm. We can show them how we grow the eggplants, how we grow things. some guests never realize eggplant is grown like this. And then they see it back on the plate, and then they see, I think they see much more value out of the menu. Then they just put right on the menu, and that's it. I think we also want to educate people how things grow, how things make it happen, how we cook it. Because we also use a very, I think, kind of unique cooking method. It's a live fire. So we're making also our homemade charcoal that we're getting from all our wood from our area. The tree is far down. We don't want to bring it somewhere out of our area to reduce the carbon footprint. We make for all those wood, we're making the homemade charcoal. And that charcoal, we cook the ingredients from our farm and different farmers around Thailand. There's like a whole community that we're working on. And we try to improve actually every day. We think about how we can work on to be more sustainable, to be more supporting the local community in Thailand. Because for me, I think everyone should have the same direction and the same philosophy in the future. Because to be honest, to import a fish out of Europe and bring it to here, as the ocean, a lot of fish here in Thailand. Okay, to be honest, it's a different fish, but there's more thinking behind this fish, but we all can make it happen to cook this fish and serve our guests, right?
Yeah.
I think for me when I'm looking for different kind of ingredients, I go to different farmers, different fishermen, and looking always for the best ingredient for that farmer, and there I gonna work with.
Right. Understand. How about yourself?
I think for me, because I don't cook, but what I normally do is I take consumers and restaurants on a farm visit. I've been to your farm. It's great. I mean, very few restaurants in Thailand would have a proper farm like this. I mean, many restaurants claim they have organic garden, but it's like for show. But Pru Champa, I've been in this respect, and I think it's great that chefs like Rick really understand and really knows the farmer, because you are the important link between farmers and consumers. Chefs who understand farmers, can really explain to consumers, the significance of the food. Not many chefs do that. I hope more, because that's why I feel chefs are very important. When they go to hotels, I work with the chef. I don't work with the purchasing people, because they want to buy the cheapest. Yeah. So for me, I bring them on farm visits. On a farm visit, like Rick, you can understand how, like, say, okay, for example, guavas. Okay, because I'm talking about to get a kilo of organic guavas. It takes about when you get the flower to the fruit, it takes about 3 months. Yeah, and during those 3 months, they have to wrap individual guavas. They have to wrap them first, maybe with plastic, so that prevents the fruit flies from penetrating. And then on top of that, they have to use newspaper or old paper to prevent the sunlight from actually. So they can imagine doing all that, and for 1 kilo, you have about three guavas, or 2 4 guavas. And if you see and how they actually prepare the compost and everything. After one farm visit, okay, and the consumers have caught this guava is so cheap, for that price. Because you still get, the Thai people like to bargain. And sometimes you even get like, when they say 40 baht, okay, can I have 35 baht a kilo, and after that one farm visit, they've stopped bargaining. And of course, and then normally I actually ask the farmers to tell the consumers their life journey, their journey from switching from conventional to organic. And after them telling their journey from switching, that's it. They're
I see.
The customer for life. It's really the storytelling, the experience, but it's real, And I think people don't really know, how how it is how difficult it is, how many steps, to grow organic, For conventional, it's really you just, if you see something, you spray, you kill. There's no. That's really dealing with the problems at the root, not at the root cause, but at the symptoms. With organic, you actually going to the root cause. Why do I have insects in my farm? I have to go back and see why do we have, there's fungus on my vegetables. So it's a lot more painstaking, sort of laborious process to be organic. So yeah, so all this should be, if you have a chef like Rick, then that's great. But if you don't, I don't know. That's why we have Toka. That's why Toka is trying to educate consumers.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. The question I asked was like, how do we increase the willingness to pay of our customers, right? And the two mention it very clearly, and there are some coherence between them. First of all, we need to make the middleman understand more of the farmers and more of the consumers. Second, we need to show the consumers or the customers that the process of getting this kind of organic products is not really easy. It comes with a story, it comes with efforts, it comes with time, money, effort, sweat. And when they buy into that, they're willing to pay more. Like Kun Arut mentioned that they like to bargain, but after they show them the farms, the process of having just one guava, they're not bargaining anymore because they see the efforts. And for Chef Rick right here, he mentioned that if you can actually convey the meaning of experience, how you feel, how you get the food, it's not just the food, but it's a story. From the farm to your table, you're going to be able to be willing to pay more, if I may summarize.
Yes. And another thing I might add, it's more technical, that Toka they've been actually working with Sawata Shaw, which is NSTDA around here.
Yep.
We did a research comparing conventional and organic, the carbon footprint of each product.
Yep.
This is the first research in Thailand, and last year we managed to get about 20 products, 20 produce. Right in France and Europe, okay, they've done it for 300 produce already. So the consumers, we want consumers to know that if you consume organic, how much carbon footprint you're actually saving, basically. So we talking when we talk about saving the environment, the measurement is in carbon footprint. So in the future, we hope to have like Rick's menu could actually say, okay, how much carbon you are saving. Okay, it's very little, but if you think all of us can do that, you're actually saving a lot of carbon. Yeah.
Agree. Yes. Even for the EV car, they have it right now.
Yeah, and
how about the food?
It's lower carbon footprint because we don't have to import chemical fertilizer or chemicals, from China, Eastern Europe, or whatever, where we're doing it. We're using, food waste from the farm, converting it, into compost. Everything is in a, what you call it, circular economy or whatever.
Yeah, that's going to be a good project to work on.
I mean, most organic farms practice circular economy already, in process. You do it, because, and you can talk about it, when we talk about BCG, circular economy, organic is already doing that. Yeah.
Okay. We have been doing this for about 30 minutes. Let's switch gear a little bit just to attract your attention. I'm going to ask some questions. This is called a lightning round, meaning that I ask the question, you answer quickly from the top of your head. No explanation needed. First question to Rick. If you could ban one bad practice about cooking or about food and effective tomorrow, what would you ban? Or ingredients. Don't say the name of the organization. Try to focus on ingredients or actions or something.
I think we should focus more on vegetables, focusing more on sustainability. Like as I feel like seafood, the fishermen they catching a lot of seafood. But I think the customer they really want to specific piece of fish, but they don't talk with the fishermen what they catch on that day. So I feel they have a lot of fish or seafood left over after they catching. And for me, I'm working with the fishermen and I ask them, what did you catch? What you able to deliver to me? And I order what they catch. For me, I mean, I don't want to force force someone to grow something or catch something. I want that they deliver to me what they grow or catch.
I see.
Yes, and I seems like with a lot of suppliers, they have a lot of leftover part of animals, like let's say the lamb neck, or different part of seafood. People not willing to order or buy this product. So I think to focusing more on vegetables, I think make much more sense.
I see.
Also to reduce the carbon footprint.
All right then. How about Kun Arut? What do you ban?
Probably salmon.
Salmon?
You guys probably. No, I think no. I like salmon. I think we're eating too much imported stuff. You know, we have really good fish in Thailand, like Rick said. You know, and if you work with the fishermen, I'm eating fish that names that you've never heard of, and it's so fresh. You know, it's not actually shipped with a lot of carbon footprint from overseas. You know, we're actually eating something local, which is actually best for our bodies. Mm-hmm. When you live here, you should actually, I can't remember, you actually should eat something which is, because nature actually provides, whatever is best for you around you, I think imported stuff is not really that needed. I'm trying to eat as little as I can. I love salmon, I love truffle and all that, yes, of course, but okay, but not banned. I'm saying I think we have so much good local food here. For example, like you said, local vegetables. I'm actually working with with a restaurant which is actually hiring on my property at Patom right now, sourcing local vegetable. He's a Japanese chef making French food. Motoi is actually a Michelin star restaurant from Kyoto. They're opening in Thailand. So in Kyoto, one dish, he said he serves 65 different types of vegetables on one dish. That's his signature. So I took him to local farmers. He was actually tasting everything on the ground, everywhere. And now we managed to source about 30 different types of vegetables for him for one dish already. Because all of us here, we eat, I'm sure, probably less than 10. If you name the vegetables you eat each week, probably less than 10 vegetables. Mm-hmm. In Thailand, we have hundreds of different. So really, we can actually eat so many more types of vegetables. If you're a chef, and you want to be creative, you're not going to stick to kale, morning glory, bok choy, all those, typical vegetables. Yeah, you can actually, So I think, eating less imported, more local. Yeah, we have so much.
Yep.
Yeah.
For Kun Arut, it's probably reduce the imports and focus more on localization.
And it's actually better for you, really a lot better for you.
Better for your
it's
health,
fresh.
better for the economy, better for the world,
for the health,
for the carbon dioxide as well.
Yeah,
and for Rick, it's not really catching everything, but catch what you have, and we try to customize the dish based on the ingredients we have. Right? So the next question in the lightning round is, what's your favorite dish that actually can help the world in terms of sustainability?
The favorite dish.
You want
I
to
have a
start
lot.
first?
In general.
Yeah.
For me, I think to be very easy thinking, I think pizza. Pizza can be very sustainable.
Yeah.
So we can, all the leftovers from your fridge, you can add into your pizza or whatever you prefer. I think you can also use the packaging very sustainable. So I think also very important.
One important question about pizza. Do we put or do we not put pineapple on pizza?
Is that someone here from Italy? For me, I'm still Dutch. For me, but I like to also eat pineapple on the pizza.
Oh yeah.
I think the more people that like it.
You become,
to be honest,
Thai
right?
now. You become Thai now. How about Kun Arun? What's your go-to dish that can actually save the world?
I think khao yam.
Oh.
Yeah, because anything that grows on your fence, any available vegetable of that day. You can actually it's a Thai salad. It's very healthy. And you use the local rice, but you don't have to add the sweet voodoo. You can actually have different kinds of dressings.
Yep.
So I think khao yam for me is a really anything you have, you just put it in. Because I don't cook. I just I just mix.
Understood. Last question for the lightning round this time. If you can collaborate with an organization, a corporate, private, or government, who would you like to collaborate with? I'll start with Rick here.
I think it's a very easy question. I think the guy is here next to me. I think Toka is in a very great community who actually who connect the chefs, restaurants to the farmers. As for me, I feel like it's quite difficult to go into the very small organic farmers around Thailand. As I also don't speak that much Thai, it's quite hard to order with them. And I believe as Toka, as I know also, they're very connecting with local communities, small farmers. And it's very easy for me to working together to get the right ingredients back in the restaurant.
See, how about you?
Thank you, Rick. Okay, we didn't prepare
prepare
that.
for
No,
it.
but I met Rick about 3 years ago when I was, Toka was funded by TAT, and then we had to go and work in Phuket during the sandbox.
Yeah.
And Trisara and I met Rick definitely was one of because we want to have more model chefs and model restaurants. Of course, I would like to work with consumers and chefs, so consumer associations, because I feel to push for an organic society, I always say organic society. It's not just organic farming, because it's got to be the value chain of farmers, restaurants, consumers. So I feel it's much more important to do the demand pull than supply push. I mean, I've worked on the supply side before, trying to push farmers to convert from conventional to organic, but where is the market? Where are the chefs like Rick? Where are the consumers who are actually active consumers who understand? So I want to work with the demand side. Now, that's why I'm actually, consumer associations, and I work with, chefs associations. Even corporates, you have a lot of staff, I want to reach the consumers through whichever way I can.
I see.
Yeah.
Understood. No one want to work with the Michelin Green Star?
Of course, I have a lot of, I've been, yeah. And I think another one, I think is we've been talking a lot about food, about consumers being an active consumer and restaurants. Okay, the restaurants, everyone has food waste. That's why I'm here. And you can actually start being an active consumer by dealing with your food waste, because, you're saving every kilo of food waste that goes to landfill. You're creating methane, a lot of, and that's equivalent to at least 2.5 times the amount of greenhouse gas. So every 1 kilo, you're creating about at least 2.5 kilos of greenhouse gas. So every day in Bangkok, okay, we have 10 million people. Each person has about 300 grams of food waste per day. And that food waste goes to landfill. There are 3 million tons of food waste in Bangkok. Okay, I'm not saying that BMA is not doing the good job, but most of it goes to landfill, we have to admit. And how much food waste is that going? So that's why, Toka is always also pushing for food waste, which can be recycled back, for the farmers, to put it back into your food. Why are we importing chemicals to put into our food when we have food waste, which is the best, fertilizer for your food? That's why So this is something, I want to share as well.
Understood. Thank you very much for the sharing. Let's ask a little bit specific question. Like, you have talked about the sourcing method, right? You go with the farmers, you have your own farm as well. What kind of challenges you have faced over the years doing this organic sourcing, doing this, try to push to the better environment? What kind of challenges?
I think for us, our farmers and also the farmers around Thailand, the weather is a very big role in Thailand. As in Phuket, it's never the perfect weather to have the great farm. It's too hot or heavy rain, but actually our farmers they really know what is growing in each season in our farm. For me, I want that they grow what they're going to grow. Before I came first time at our farm, I told our farmers I want tomatoes next month, and they get stressed, they get confused because they want to grow, but they know not able to grow in Phuket. But before I didn't know. So I just told them, please grow what you love to grow, and I cook what you grow. And I think to make people happy also in the work environment, we get the best ingredients back to our guests. And the challenge also for us that sometimes we order from the farmers, like let's say the young bamboo shoots, and then I order, but it's not coming in the box. I think we have to change the menu, like depends what the farmers give us. I'm really happy that we work with a lot of farmers around Thailand, that they give us a lot of surprise boxes to us to make something out of nothing. And to be honest, our farm is next to our restaurant. I can see, as he say, like the kind of the eggplant, they take around 3 months to get the fruit. I can see how long it takes to receive the eggplant to my kitchen. It means I can create a menu when the flower coming. Okay, 3 more weeks coming, the fruit. So I have time to create the dish out of my eyes. I think it's much more easier than you go to the book, you order from overseas, and then you get it the week after. Actually, I can see, I can touch, I can taste it in the process when I go to our kitchen.
I see. Talking about challenges, but for Kun Arut, I'll ask a little bit different questions. As you grow the, let's say, Sukchai market, for example, I believe day one, you probably have 10, 20, 30 farmers joining you, now 100 of them. As you grow, you expand the business about organic. How do you ensure that it remains organic? How do you manage the traceability of organic products?
We have a system. So really, organic farming is all about ensuring that you have the system of farming, and it's like ISO. You have ISO in. So what we do, we have to have the standards, but we're not actually adhering to, we're not using IFOAM, EU, USDA, because you have to pay a lot for the auditors to come. Yep. So what we use is PGS system, PGS, Participatory Guarantee System, which is used all over the world, for the organic farmers. So we have the group system. The group system would actually, we help them come up with their own PGS. So the PGS system would be a set of rules, maybe on an A4 sheet. But if you do these set of rules, you would actually pass any standards. So we, as a promoter or as a coach for them, we help them to come up with that PGS. And then with the PGS, one of the clauses is that they have to do their farm audit within the group and across the group. They have to do peer audit as well. So basically, we create a system where they audit each other throughout the year. So 1 year, with a Sampran model PGS where I run, everyone gets audited twice a year. So that's actually more than the international standard, which is once a year. And they get audited by their peers. So they know that if anyone does any cheating or any wrongdoing, they will be caught out. And then because they know that the brand, the Sukchai brand would be damaged if they let someone. So basically, I don't have to be the police to go and check them. They do the peer checking. So this is a trust system which is built over the years. Yeah. So if you have your own farm, that's fine. But then we have over 100 farmers. They have to have a system of. So we maintain this system rigorously, and the system is transparent because I bring, if you buy from these farmers, I bring you to be in the auditing committee, or you can actually go with us on the day when we have the audit. So the system is transparent. We invite consumers to come. So I view this as a really, something that is actually we have the council, the PGS council in Thailand already. So that's why a lot of farmers in Thailand, all over the world, the organic farmers are doing PGS. Okay, but if they like for the guava group, they also if they want to sell to say EU, they can actually go and apply for EU, or if they want to sell, and that's really just paying money, and then they'll I mean, what they're doing already is actually in line with the organic standards. So that's
I see.
Back
to Rick again. As a chef, I would like to say, how do you incorporate your creative thinking or your creative menu to help your restaurant, to help the consumers move towards sustainability? And can you give us some example of the menu?
As for us, we looking always for the main ingredient what we want to use in our menu for the dish. If we find that main ingredient, like kind of, for example, now the dish with the beetroot, I would take different kind of farmers in Thailand who have the best beetroot that we're looking for, the best taste, the best what we need for our customers, and then I try to use the whole part of the beetroot, not only the inside, but I want to try the peel, the root, the leaf. For example, with a dish from the beetroot, we use a peel to make the glaze. Then we're having a sauce made from smoked fish bone. The fish bone we use it for the course in our appetizer. So on that time we use like one fish for one service, including one beetroot also. Actually, we all think about use the whole product, the whole animal, the whole fruit, the whole vegetable, to get zero waste in our menu.
And I believe you have an example of the menu to show us here as well. If the stage can show the picture. If the stage can show the picture, right? You have the menu to show us as well. What is this one actually? Looks pretty good. This one?
Behind me. No anymore. There was the dish from the beetroot that we were talking about. This took me almost, to be honest, 2 months to put on the table for our guests. Is because the beetroot sounds very easy, but in this dish it's very, for me, very creative. Has a lot of working behind. We cook it for 1 hour on the barbecue, a very low heat with our pine wood. Then we glaze it with a sauce made from the peel from the beetroot, and the sauce right there is made from the fish bone. The fish bone we put on the barbecue for 2-3 days when it's fully dry, a nice smoky flavor. Then we infuse with the sauce. So actually, the dish is like 100% zero waste. We're using the fish from the different dish of the menu, plus the beetroot, the whole beetroot in the dish. I think it's like, because for me to put the peel or the bone in the garbage is the most easy way to do. But we want to think how we can create of every single thing, element of the fish or the peel or the root or even the flowers that don't look any more good to use in our menu.
Understood. Thank you very much.
I'm hungry now.
All right.
Is it the dessert or is it because you're using fish bone? It's a dessert, yeah?
No, it's like a pre-main.
Pre-main. I can't. I thought it was like chocolate pudding with cream. If you didn't tell me,
All right,
no, that's very creative.
Apologize,
but
guys.
for me, I've seen.
Sorry, apologize, guys. I think we're running out of time, even though we're having fun right here. Last thing for the two panelists, just one sentence to encourage us to move more towards sustainability, starting from our eating habits. Just one sentence. What would that be? We can start.
For me, just eat whatever the farmer grows in that season, which is what he's doing. He cooks whatever the farmer grows, which is great.
Eat according to the season.
According to the season, whatever they grow.
All right. How about you?
For me, I use the season use the season of Thailand, the season. Don't get something out of the season. Don't force someone. Just, again, grow, cook what they grow. Don't force someone that they're not able to do it on that time.
Eat out of the season, cook out of the season, and consume out of the season. Chef Rick Dingen here, Michelin Green Star Chef, and Kun Arus Nawarat, founder of Patom Village Organic, and also the president of Thai Organic Consumer Association, and myself, Patom Sichang, B2B Marketing Director for Michelin Thailand. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice afternoon.
Question.
Oh, questions? Yeah.
Hi, I'm from a non-food industry, and your message is very inspiring, and I love it. I have a quick question. There's about 450,000 food stalls in Thailand, which is feeding about 42 million people in Thailand, which is half of the population. What would be your advice to recommend them, or even like small food shop, in order to become more sustained? Because obviously they cannot really choose the raw materials, right? Because they have difficulty to make the meats end. So I think if we could get some advice from your point of view, this can help with the massive kind of volume in order to becoming towards the sustainabilities, right? And don't get me wrong, I love Michelin star restaurants. I'm the frequent customers there as well. But I think your advice could help a lot with those small shops and food stalls as well, right? Sorry, this question could be out of the whack, but
Anyone want to take it?
Yeah, I mean, that would be a... Yes, I feel it's difficult because, I think living in the city is not normal anyway. It's not natural. We having a gathering here is against nature anyway. So actually being in the city with 10 million people, with 400 food stalls, is not normal. So we're doing something, against nature. So it's difficult. That's why it's difficult. That's why if you're a restaurant in the country, you can connect to your local farmers, maybe grow something in your backyard, and you'll be, recycle your food waste. So we're pretty much screwed that we are actually here in the city. So, okay, for me, first thing maybe you can do with the food waste. They can actually separate the food waste, making it easier for BMA. There's something which we'll be working on, actually recycling, actually not having all that food waste to landfill. So that's saving carbon footprint. That's something they can do, Forgetting about buying organic, for the time being. Yeah. So I think that dealing something with the huge amount of food waste already, and sourcing sustainably, because they have to buy the cheapest. I mean, the other day I went to สี่มุมเมืองตลาดสี่มุมเมือง Most of a lot of the vegetables from China, from there, is not, I saw trucks and trucks and trucks from China. The carbon footprint because it's cheap. And then they go and buy it, from there. Those people, they go. I saw a lot of, รถพุ่มพวง พุ่มพวง in Thailand, they go there. Yeah. So I mean, I'm saying, maybe, it's difficult to tackle the problem in a country to have what. I mean, I had before. I mean, I was, we were actually talking amongst the organic farming groups to have a depot, like a depot for organic produce only, to supply to Bangkok, so they can actually ship it in large amount. But it's also very difficult because most of the organic produce come from small farmers, from smallholders, because most of the what they consume actually from industrial farms. They're much cheaper. So I mean, living in the city, having an event like this, is actually going against nature. So my advice: move back to the country. We shouldn't be living in the city. There shouldn't be 10 million people living in Bangkok. If you have some land, go back. That's a sustainable move.
All right. Thank you very much. We are running out of time, but thank you for your attention, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for both of you to joining in this session time. And still, please remain on the set a few minutes to take the further shot together.